getting in.
Yeah, this one was
You got it. Oh,
sold out.
7. Oh,
Yes.
7 people. 7 people left. All right, so let's dive in. Florida's in the building.
Hi,
We know about
Naomi.
Florida. All right. So are the previous sessions available for purchase? You don't even have to purchase the previous sessions. We're going to send them. We're going to give you an opportunity to really get something. That's incentive for us to send it out because I know it's good. All right, so let's dive in. Baby, you ready?
Yes.
You ready? I'm glad to be able to do this together.
I am too.
All right, because I like holding it, on my own, but I did miss you.
I missed you too.
Now, girl, don't start with me. You know what I'm saying? This is enough of that quarantine, okay? All right, so let's open us up in prayer, okay? Lord God, we thank you. We magnify your name. We thank you for every person that's on the line tonight, or whenever they're watching this, whatever date, whatever time. We thank you for sending them our way, Lord. We just ask and pray that you allow us to be your faithful servants. We ask and pray that you reduce us and elevate everyone that is watching this and allow them to be able to feel your spirit and your will and your destiny for their life, Lord. So we ask and pray that you make us able teachers, you make us encouragers, Lord, and you allow us to be able to provide practical advice to have them navigate the single life towards marriage, Lord. We ask and pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
All right, so we are excited about bringing to you the Ring Formula. This is something that we have been working on almost, I would say, I think it's almost been a year. And so we are excited about it because we know that the women that are on this call tonight, they're ready to take control of their dating life. And if that's you, let us know. This is going to be very interactive. So make sure that you're checking in with us during the chat.
All right, so let's tell you a little bit about who we are. I'm Dr. Alduan Tartt, but to Mecca, I'm Alduan.
And I'm Mecca Tartt.
All right, and we're recognized as one of the top 5 influential love experts you need to know. And I think that we've earned that title from doing this, 10 years?
10 years.
10 years! And we don't even focus just on singles. We focus on you in a couple of years when you get married. And Devon and Megan Good are good friends. And so we're excited about being here. We're excited about giving you something and joining every other relationship expert and giving you something that you need to be able to be encouraged and practically move towards better dating.
So we've been doing this since, as Alduan mentioned, for 10 years. We've been doing this since 2010. One of our very first events that we hosted was called Private Access. It was a matchmaking event at the Marriott Buckhead, because what we both knew, especially for me as a woman in Atlanta, is that a lot of times you go out and the ratio is not equal. So we made sure at this particular event that there were an equal number of men to women. So everyone had equal opportunity, and several people actually got engaged and got married from that particular event.
And people still gotta get, do you know how hard that was?
Yeah.
All right, so listen, we were on the phone literally for days, making sure that we had the right number of people, all right? And we're one of the few back in the day underground matchmakers that we actually had an even ratio of men to women, because we made sure that we had men first and then women. There were women that wanted to come, we're like, I'm sorry. So everyone had a 1-to-1 ratio, and some of those people there got married. So we want to make sure you have the same thing. I'm looking at that picture, girl. You look young. Don't we look young? I had a mustache.
I still look young.
That's showing y'all we didn't make this up. That's back in the day. That jacket was big than a mother. All right. So anyway, boy, I'm glad I got to the slim fit, girl. Lord have mercy. Look at that jacket. If y'all think that jacket is big, let me know. No, lie to me.
So ladies, I want to know who is joining us today. So just let me know and say, hey, that's me, girl. Hey, sis. Yes. Are you fly and fabulous but single? Are you a super busy professional woman that's just always busy all the time? Work is keeping you busy. Are you the bridesmaid that is ready to be in her own wedding? If that's you, let me know. If you're driven and focused on finding Mr. Right, if that's you, say yes. If you're privately unsure of your decision-making in dating, let us know if that's you, right? That's important, right? Some people are not sure about if they're making the right decision.
Like decisions you made before you dated me?
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
That's real.
So are you suddenly self-critical of yourself due to past relationships? And are you tired of attracting Mr. Wrong and ready to meet Mr. Right? If that's you, ladies, let me know.
Oh, they're typing in.
Yes, I see you, Kat. Yes.
And I don't know if we'll do another singles event, but what we're going to do is probably do something better and tell you where to go to put the ratio, not just 1-to-1. We want you to be in the minority. How many of you would like to be in the minority? In the minority, where it's more men than women. We're going to tell you about how to how to put yourself in the minority so that you have as many options as possible.
All right, so you've been wondering how to get more quality dates, how not to waste your time. You know, there's nothing more frustrating for women if with getting dressed up, all sexy, pulling out your best outfit, getting your hair done, and you go to a location and there's not even a prospect, not even someone who you would even give the time of day. So you've been wondering how to stop doing that. You've been wondering how to keep his attention on only you, how to increase your chances of Mr. Right meeting you, and how to build your self-confidence so you can present the very best version of you, because you have to date with confidence. That is a key.
I mean, that's critical.
Mm-hmm.
That's critical, because think about what could happen if you were able to date with the best version of you. That means you're not feeling insecure. You don't feel pressed. You don't feel like you know how you meet someone and you like them. You know you shouldn't be with them. All right, but you already like them and they weren't the best, and you know you're settling, but you're trying to get yourself, you know, to admit that they're better than what they are, but they're not.
Right.
They're just not good.
Right. So you're wondering right now, how can you exit the dating game? If that's you, say, yes, I'm ready to get out of the dating game.
I know I was.
I was ready too.
Well, you said I was ready to get out of the dating game. I didn't want to date. I didn't want to just be single. I didn't want to just have multiple dates. I was looking for a wife. I wanted a family. And men feel that way. So I know y'all are ready to exit the dating game, because, you know, we're slow to the party, some of us. But y'all know y'all built to be wise. I'm sorry, baby.
So you're ready to have your own wedding. Marriage and family is important to you, whether you've seen your parents and they've been together for 30, 40
Hold on, why you
years.
just truck right over the own wedding day?
I did say they already have their own wedding day.
I mean, this girl got mad at me planning about this wedding. I was like, baby, it's not that deep.
It is that deep.
When I said that, she went off on me.
Yes, I did.
So I understood how important this is. I was like, it's just a day. The marriage, you know, the typical man, the marriage is more important than the wedding, and the fire in Inglewood's eyes right there. And then I had to sit back and listen to all these things with cake tasting. What else? The menu. Oh my goodness. It was, but I loved every minute of it, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I would do it again.
And I know the ladies that are on this call, on this webinar, they want to have their own wedding day. You guys are ready. You want to have those shared experiences with your own partner, right? Because you're tired of going on vacation by yourself, tired of going through experiences by yourself. You want to share those experiences with someone else, and that's with your partner. And you're interested in building a power couple. And also the thing about marriage, and some men don't like when women say this, but especially when we talk about the financial piece, but you want the emotional and financial security, especially during this time. It helps when you have someone who's by your side, who's in it with you, who's supporting you. And it's not just you. It's not just you by yourself. You have that support.
Hey, I'm looking at the comments. So you tired of girls' trips?
Right.
I mean, they're cool. All right. A woman is out and about and hasn't been on a date in a couple of years. We're definitely going to address that, because, well, we're not going to lie. We don't have any control over, you know, God is in control of who you marry, but we absolutely can make sure that you are dating. If you're not dating, there's opportunities out there for you. There's something that we need to adjust. So, and we get it. I get it. I know you want financial security. All right. And we want 3 square meals during a COVID-19. So it works out.
Ladies, I have cooked more in the past 3 weeks than I've cooked in the entire time that we've been together. Okay.
All right, so prepare. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. You know, but men cook these days.
Yes, they
do. You know, men cook these days. So it's all good. All right. Y'all ready? Let's not make them wait.
Right.
All right. We're going to give you the tea on what really works when it comes to dating. We're gonna share our stories, mostly Mecca, because you know, I found her on Craigslist, y'all. But I did. I found her on Craigslist, y'all. I did. I found her. She was trying to, you know, spray the Windex on my. I said, let me just take this girl out her misery. But we're gonna show for real what really works, is dating is hard. Would you say dating is hard?
Dating is.
And I didn't think dating was gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, until we found a strategy.
Absolutely.
All right, because in these days it's different. It's a new game. So if y'all ready for the tea, type the tea. If y'all ready for the tea, don't hold anything back. Keep it real. No fairy tale. No fantasy. We're gonna talk about how we struggled, how we both had to get it out the mud. That's what my teenagers say. How to get it out the mud when this dating thing was not as easy as we thought.
Right.
Because we both thought, hey, I'm gonna show up on the scene, find Mrs. Right, you find Mr. Right, and we were struggling. I know you were on the struggle bus. It's hard to find me.
Listen, you were
on the struggle bus. I was on the struggle bus. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be easy. It's not. So let's dive. Oh, they're ready for the tea. They ready. Let's get into it.
All right. So as we mentioned before, we are beyond excited. We've been working on the Ring Formula Masterclass for almost a year. And tonight we're focusing on the 3 steps to quality dates, commitment, and meeting Mr. Right. So if you're ready, let's get into it right now.
All right. Well, let's tell them. Oh, yeah. Tell them about the bonus.
Yes. So if you stay until the end of this class, you will also get the opportunity to have a Q&A session with us. We will go through and actually break down the course. So make sure that you stay towards the end.
All right. We're going to take your live questions. And 2 people already sent us the question. So if you send us a question and answer, there's a place that says Q&A. We're going to address them one by one. Your specific. We won't call you out by name. We won't identify any information, but we'll be able to answer those questions. So let's get into it. Girl.
All right. So
who took that picture?
Ladies.
I ain't saying that.
Now, the thing that makes us different is that you have a married couple that's directing you, giving you advice. And so I'm your dating coach, Mecca Tartt, and I'm a sales and sponsorship consultant, health and wellness coach. I'm the former executive director for the National Sales Network, which is one of the largest nonprofits. I'm also one of the recipients of the Power 30 Under 30. And I've had multiple awards while I've been in medical device sales at Cook Medical and KCI. I'm also a former fitness competitor, and I never left the stage without getting an award. This man knows I went hard in the paint when I was competing.
Too hard.
I'm also the founder of Self-Care Saturday, Self-Care Saturday Summit, and a Weekend for Love, which is the marriage retreat that we host. And I'm a mother of 2 girls, 13 and 3. And I'm obviously a wife.
Right, and if I can shout out Mecca just for a second, here's the unique piece you're getting with Mecca is that as a sales rep, she's trained to go into a room and be able to work it, and she uses that same strategy when it comes to meeting men. All right, because I know if we broke up, Mecca would have dates only because she knows where to position herself, right, be in the minority, and know how to work the room and make men chase, because that's what you have to do in sales. You have to go get it, y'all. So we're going to teach y'all how to go get it, but with your personality. All right. And so I like that picture, babe.
Thank you, lover.
Yeah. Who was the photographer, though? All right. Now I'm playing as our good buddy, Nick Nelson. I'm a brandpreneur. Shout out to brandpreneur. All right. My name is Dr. Alduan Mecca. Y'all, I'm a real psychologist. All right. I'm a real psychologist. I've been doing this for 20 years. And there are a lot of great relationship experts out there. But one of the things that makes me different is I have to give you things that actually work and focus on insecurities, focus on past traumas, focus on relationship with parents, focus on, anxiety, all those things. So you're going to be able to get a little bit more because I'm going to give you things that absolutely help you date with confidence. I'm a graduate of Morehouse University of Michigan. I've been doing this for 20 years, y'all. 20 years every day. Every day, babe? Every day. And when I Saturday and Sunday.
All day, all night, especially now.
Right. Yeah. I serve people, and people are anxious right now. So go to Psychologist, CNN, HLN, Ricky Smiley, the NBA. Used to be with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So Thunder up basketball. And I'm a husband and a father, y'all. So I'm in this with 3 women every day. Pray for me. Oh, my goodness. All right. So we're excited to tag team. Because I don't know if you've seen too many couples do this.
No.
All right, so we're excited about coming together to be able to do this. But let's get into who they are. Come on.
Yeah, so the purpose of the Ring Formula Masterclass is to share the 3 steps to getting more dates, finding the one, and getting the ring. We're going to walk you through a new way to approach dating and getting higher quality dates. It's not about just getting a date, just dating anyone. It's about quality over quantity. And so you guys are going to walk alongside with us. We're going to be your coaches that we're going to support you and guide you to dating smarter. I had someone who just chimed in and say, how do I know what the red flags are? You will find out exactly what the red flags are to look for when you go through our coaching process.
Right. And Mecca mentioned something earlier to me. Should I tell them about what you're going to do? No, we'll tell them later. We're going to tell you later about how to get a fresh set of eyes on your profile to see what others see so that you can present the best version of you.
Absolutely. So we've both done a lot of things right, but we've also done some things wrong when it comes to dating, just like you.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna show up on the scene. Oh man, and women were gonna present themselves like coming to America. That's what I really thought. I hate to say that, but that was my wish. I was optimistic. All right. And while I was able to find eye candy, especially here in Atlanta, finding a wife was incredibly difficult. Finding someone that had character, that we had chemistry, that shared the same ideals, the same faith, made me chase, knew they were the prize, was a challenge, got along with my mama, daddy. It was hard. It was hard. So I did a lot of things wrong. I did a lot of things right. So
this was my pre-marriage, pre-engaged, pre-Alduan life, and it was all about my girlfriends all the time. Still is. My girlfriends are still in my life, but I was fit, fabulous, yet I was single. And some of these pictures that you see here are from one of my birthday parties. All of my girlfriends, we went to Miami. I was recently out of a relationship, and I was out of a relationship that I knew was not going to lead towards marriage.
So why were you in it?
I was in it because I can honestly, can we have a real moment, ladies? Can we have a real moment? Type yes if I can have a real moment right now.
Yeah, man, that's a good question.
So I was in this relationship because I had settled, because I wanted companionship. There was no other reason other than I decided, you know what? He likes some of the same things that I like. We kind of get along. So we have a good time together. So that means we should date. And that is not what it means, because I knew that he was not my husband. And so I got out of a relationship with him, and I started just enjoying my time being single with my girlfriends. But I was traveling a lot for work, going to a lot of amazing places for work, and I really, really, really wanted companionship.
You know, I'm mad. I'm mad because you made me, all the time I was out there dating, and you were sitting up there dating settling. You could have been on the scene for me. That's real. That's real. You complicated my love life. I blame you.
Oh, please.
I was waiting.
No.
And you out there, who you dating, a rapper? You dating?
I was not.
You were dating a rapper. Yeah. Oh, y'all said y'all want to teach.
That was another life.
Oh, okay. All right. Y'all said y'all want to teach. She was dating a rapper, y'all. But anyway, here's the male perspective. I was fresh off a bad breakup. It was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was bad, y'all. I was broken. As a teenager said, I was broken, bro. I didn't know. I didn't know that was. I didn't know anyone could ever treat me like this. I think I was too nice. I think I was too nice, and so I decided to redirect my energy into writing a book called The Ring Formula, where I was like, look, this is what men are looking for. This is how you know you're the prize. I just needed something to do to redirect my energy, all the psychologists, because dating was not working. And lo and behold, someone read the book.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Isn't God good? That wasn't even in the intent. I was just trying to get to Happyville.
And it's so funny because my mom actually gave me that book, which led me to you.
All right. And your mom can cook too. So yeah. All right. So there it is.
So the biggest thing is we both knew that we wanted to find the one. Both of us were serious about finding the one and not playing around, not playing any games. And we connected, we met, and if we had a strategy though. It took a serious strategy in place, and the Ring Formula strategy, we put it in place in order to meet each other.
I had a male strategy. She had a female strategy.
I sure did.
Because I'm being honest, both of us are impatient, and we're both believers, and we believe that faith without works is dead, and we prayed about it, but we were like, what if God is telling us to do something?
Right.
What if God is saying, all right, behave as if I have your future wife. Behave as if I have your future husband. So both of us are action oriented. You know, I'm a fixer. I'm a psychologist every day. So I'm trained to fix. And then Mecca's in sales. Yep. You know, you have to go get it. The sales are not going to come. So we decided to take action with faith. So this we're going to tell y'all about today.
So we decided to take control of our dating life. So if you want this to be you, these pictures that you see here, you can make it happen, but you have to have a strategy in place, and that's what we're going to talk to you about.
Are you ready for action? Type actions. A lot of people say wait, and we love Devon. As you should wait for the right one, but you also have to be active. Should you wait for a job?
No.
All right. Aren't you going to be on LinkedIn?
Right.
All right. Should you wait for people to follow you on Instagram? You need to post something.
Right.
Right? Action. Should you wait to find Mr. Right, or should you do something to make sure that you're interacting and being social? So let's talk about faith, and let's talk about action. They're ready.
All right. So in my first 30 days of being intentional about dating, I got 3 quality dates by changing my approach and the way that I thought about myself. So that is knowing that you are the prize and dating with confidence.
Oh, no, you just like sped right through that.
Okay, why don't you listen?
No, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, I can hit it as a man, but you said within 30 days of being intentional. You went from hold on. Can I put some pressure on? Can I put some pressure on? I'm just gonna ask. You went from dating. You went from settling and coming out of that settling relationship to getting serious. What happened?
So what happened is I read some books, and based off of the different books that I read around dating, I also put together a strategy about how I wanted to approach the dating scene. I got out there and I started mingling and singling and asking my friends, letting them know that I was ready to date. I did the work on myself, and then I made it happen. I put my strategy in place.
Okay. All right. So here we are. So here's August 2009, y'all. 2009. That's me doing a relationship seminar. And that's it. You know what that is? That's that pizza spot off 85 with the big what's it called? The pizza bar. I don't know what it's changing names. That's us at your company event. Y'all see she moved fast, y'all. She had me at a company event after meeting
that
me
was
in
our
August.
First, yeah, that was our first.
That was our first date, and then June 2010, we were out. You know, I think that's when we both drank, because you can look in the eye. I think we had some libations or something like that. We were out dating in the city, having fun.
So you're probably wondering, how did I go from my single life, going out with the girls, getting all dressed up, hoping that somebody would see me and I would meet the right prospect, to being in a committed relationship? And how I went from that to having our engagement shoot featured in Montalucci Bride, as well as having the wedding of our dreams with 200 friends and guests.
I still can't believe that, Bill, but it's okay. It's okay. You want those sparklers? I'm gonna show you how much they cost, but I'm gonna let that ride.
And then to being fruitful and multiplying. So this is our family, our 3-year-old Trinity and our 13-year-old Raquel.
And she's still trying to multiply, y'all.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So this quarantine needs to be over quick. It needs to be over quick. But we show you this because we came from, this may not happen, but wanting this to happen really, really, really badly. Really, really badly. All right, really badly.
Well, God is telling me to share something right now, so I'm going to share it quickly. And the reason why we showed those pictures is because we want you to be able to see yourself in those pictures, right? I remember many nights where I would be praying on the floor to God about specifically very purposeful and specific prayers about the man that I wanted in my life, and having a family. And I remember falling asleep at times. I remember crying in tears at times. And so I think it's important for you to see the journey and understand that I was just where you were.
And I want you to understand, because I'm letting the Spirit as well, I want you to understand that as a man, I wanted this picture. I didn't want to be single. I didn't want to play women. I didn't want to have a rotation of girlfriends. And there are a lot of men, as they mature, that just feel incomplete because they don't have this. Whether it's a blend of family, whether they already have children, or whether they want to start their family specifically with you, I want to let you know that you can have this, and that men absolutely do want this. We envy men who take care of their wife and their families and have children, or whatever your desire is. So know that this is what people want, and we want you to be able to have it. So we had to have faith, because there was no way in my mind, this is the convictions, we're definitely gonna get started. I didn't want to not have this. In my mind, this was fact. This had to happen. How many of y'all have this feeling to where you're happy being single and you have a pretty good life, but there's just this piece that's just like, this is not me. It's incomplete. If that's you, type, that's me. Because I knew I can get some dates, but man, I want. What about Christmas? What about New Year's? What about taking walks? What about photo shoots? I tried to get used to it, but I was like, that's not me. And I need to do everything in my power to meet the woman of my dreams, so that we can have children and have a family and make it happen. I mean, that was my #1 priority, y'all. It wasn't making money. It wasn't playing girls. It wasn't going to the club. It was this picture.
So then, not only were we working with couples, that's where we started, but God said it's also about keeping marriages together. So it then led us into hosting couples events and a weekend for love, which is the marriage retreat. So not only are we going to focus around you finding the one, but we are also focused on ensuring that your connection, that your relation sticks, and that you all stay together.
And we show this because many of you have that destiny. We didn't know that when we married and we were underground matchmakers, that it would lead to us doing couples events. I started off doing them, and everyone was like, where's your wife, bro? Where's your wife? And I said, that's a good question. All right. And so we came together and made it happen. And we want that's what it's about. It's in the word. It says 2 is better than 1. They get better return for their labor. That's Ecclesiastes 4:9. I told you I was minister. Y'all know my word. Word warriors up in here. All right. Because we want you to be able to combine with your life partner, your purpose partner, to be able to make life dreams come true in whatever capacity.
Absolutely. So are you ready, ladies? Someone give me an amen. If you're ready, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
They ready, babe. We didn't ask somebody
All
ready
right,
3 or 4
let's get it
times.
then.
Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right.
Amen. Amen. It's about that. Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
So there are a lot of myths that people think when it comes to dating. And one of the biggest ones that I see is that women feel that they have to compromise their standards due to a man shortage. There's not a man shortage. There is not a man shortage. There's not a man shortage. I've had girlfriends, this is a real conversation too, ladies, because I'm sure you have friends that have fallen into this bucket, that left Atlanta because they said that there weren't enough men here, so I'm gonna move to DC. Those same girlfriends moved to DC, and guess what? They're single in DC.
There are some men in DC though.
There are.
All right, I used to live up there. All right, not all dating is normal.
So not dating.
Not dating at all. How about
not dating at all that's not normal.
That's not
supposed to date.
You should be going at least on bad dates. You should be at least going on that. That tells us you're not social enough, and we're going to address that. Here's another. You address this next one.
So it is another myth that all women date fair. Listen. All women do not date fair. There's definitely a strategy. There's a strategy that if I'm put in a room with other women, that I can walk in and know how to get the man's attention that I want to actually talk to. And that's not by being pushy at all.
And it's not about looks either.
No, it's not.
Because when you look at husbands and wives, you look at church, you look at neighborhood, they're all, let's just keep it real, all kinds of attraction levels. You may be like, different body types, they all have this one component. As a matter of fact, there's a study that's shown that married women, when they divorce or they have a widow, when they date again, they actually are back on the scene and they actually remarry faster than single women because of what they know.
So the other myth is that you can wait to be confident. Confidence is the #1 key, and you have to have the confidence. So you can't wait to build your confidence. It has to happen now.
All right. And your biological clock will wait for you. One of the conversations I have with a lot of my clients who are women is, have you talked to your primary care physician if you're in your mid-30s, late 30s, about freezing your eggs, OBGYN, about freezing your eggs? Because I see a lot of women that are marrying, we're not going to say their names, we have two that married late and having, one had twins and the other one having triplets coming soon. So listen, you have to have that faith. You have your faith, but your biological clock is not going to wait for you. All right. So let's help you find true love. All right, this is about them. Let's dive into it. All right, so step #1, y'all, don't settle.
Yeah, don't settle, ladies. I know I said I settled her, but don't settle. That's step #1. You have to have your high expectations, and they are needed. So don't let your friends tell you that your expectations are too high, especially your single girlfriends. Married girlfriend, a different story. You must learn what real love looks like and learn to keep dating until you find it.
When I have the opportunity each month to be able to do premarital counseling for couples who have met, and what I hear consistently from women, and I say, why him? And they said, you know what, when I was dating, I thought that was love, but once I met him, I realized what true love was. And what some of us take for granted is that we've had good relationships. I had great relationships until I had that bad breakup. And I was like, where they make women like this? I heard in the barbershop, but I cannot believe that this is true. I thought that was for other people. Well, if you've been through nothing but bad experiences and you have not had a good man, you don't know what love is. So part of it is waiting until you find true love. And once you find true love, someone that treats you like a queen, someone that calls you, you don't have to do anything for them to call you. They're calling you. They're anticipating your needs. They're asking you on dates. They are thinking about how they look in public, being in a relationship with you, saying, hey, yo, it's not cool. We can't take a picture. I don't look right. Or, hey, back up a little bit. My girl doesn't like that. I'm cool with it, but that's not. Once you have that, you will never settle again. So we want to make sure that you don't settle so that you can find Mr. Right and then know the quality that you expect.
So here's what happens when you settle. You date beneath your potential. You date men who are not attracted to, that you're not attracted to, but are good are basically good in the relationship. You allow fear to dictate your decision versus love and faith. I'm going to say that again. You allow fear to dictate your decisions versus love and faith. You waste precious time with men you know will not marry you. And you hurt yourself by allowing toxic men to break your heart and or disappoint you.
All right, so is this helpful so far? All right, all right, so the first one, don't settle. Say, yes. Don't settle.
Don't settle.
Don't settle. I know it's tempting to meet the first guy that likes you. I say that all the time. First guy that likes you and has some potential, but we want you to find your husband. We want you to find your husband, not someone that likes you. Let's go on to step number 2.
Step number 2 is don't delay. Ladies, the early bird gets the worm. The world's most successful people are pro-social. They don't wait, they plan, and they take action. So this waiting around, I'm gonna wait until this happens, wait till he shows up at my doorstep, wait till I meet him at the gym, wait until I have that awkward conversation of the guy that's running after me in the parking lot at the church. If you were waiting, it's not gonna happen. It hasn't happened because you've been waiting.
Now, sometimes God, I'm gonna take a little different approach. Sometimes God does tell you to wait. All right, some of you are doing everything you need to do. It's just a matter of time and making sure that you keep your spirits up. But some of us, and what we can take as psychologists, is that delay is a mindset. All right, like it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and you procrastinate. The world's most successful people are pro-social. That means they make it happen. They don't wait. They plan and they take action. Barack Obama saw the world he wanted it to be, and he took action. Abraham Lincoln said, you know what? This may be unpopular, but I want to free the slaves. All right? I don't like this type of America. I'm going to be pro-social, and I'm going to go towards the world that I want. If we're talking about real faith, you have to be pro-social, and we need to make sure that your behavior actually matches your desire to be a wife. You can't say you want to be a wife and you're sitting at home, have no profile, you're not improving yourself, your self-confidence is not there, you're wasting your time with Mr. Wrong because you're settling, because you're letting Mr. Right pass you by. We want you to be in action and be pro-social. So when you procrastinate, you really want marriage, but you settle for being happily single. A lot of times I hear that and I let it go, but maybe that's because I used to say, I'm happily single. But then after that, I'll be like, nah, I'm lying. I'm ready. I'm ready to get married.
Well, I think it's important, and I get why women say that. I think it's important to be happy by yourself, right? Happy in the state of being by yourself. That is completely different. You should be happy first by yourself. But what we are saying is don't make it so that it becomes the norm. It's like, oh, I'm a happily single. That's different, where you've basically resorted to yourself that I'm just going to be single for the rest of my life. And none of the women that are on the call, I believe, want to be single for the rest of their life. And so it's a difference. Yes, you should be happy by yourself, but you should also desire and want to be in a relationship.
Yeah, and so it's a difference. We want you to be single and happy, but not happy being single for life.
Right, that's a great way to put it.
Because when you're happy, people find you. But when you're unhappy, you don't even attract that same energy. You haven't gone to work and found someone who's happy. You're like, who is that? He seems so full of energy. So we want to make sure that you are happy and single, but not happily single forever.
Right.
Because that way you can settle and you stop making dating your top priority. That's a big one. If you want to get married, you have to date.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna put Mac on the spot. How many dates did you go on before you met me? I'm gonna say 2.
No, I mean, before I met you. Yeah, I was dating. I mean,
How many dates?
So, probably a few. I would say probably at least 4 or 5. I told Alduan when I met him.
You went on 4 or 5 total dates?
No, I told Alduan before I met, and he likes to laugh about this point. But he knew that I had a starting lineup of guys that were courting me. There were men that were courting me at the same time because I think it's so important that a woman does not put all of her focus in the courting stage in one man. You have to have multiple options, and then you allow for them to show you which one deserves to be dating you. Because remember, you are the prize. He's not the prize. You're the prize, and so you have to act like it. And so, yes, there were other guys that were courting me at the same time that Alduan was courting me. And then once it got serious, he became my man. But that wasn't until he deserved it. Can I get an amen?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. Because this is why I think it's important that we do this together. All right. So you might think, you know what, men, they have options. They're not trying to marry. All right. My focus wasn't, and I was dating other people. All right. Until I met Mecca, and then I still was dating for about a month because I had to make sure that she was the right one. I had to make sure her mom can cook and the sisters could cook and all that. Anyway,
look at him trying to add his points.
Right. But no, seriously. I was focusing on taking her off of the market. All right. And I felt like she doesn't deserve to give me exclusive time. And she didn't. I used to have to like, what are you doing Friday? I'm booked. I'm like, doing what? I didn't say that because I'm cool and everything. But I felt like I'm trying to take her off the market. I have to do something so that I can say she is mine. I wasn't focused because I was marriage minded. All right. And so when men are marriage minded, they're focused on finding the one, which is so hard. Is it easy to find eye candy? Is it fairly easy to find a good girlfriend? I'm going to say yes. All right. But extremely difficult to find a wife. I mean, think about all the things that a wife does and the qualifications. And when I found that in her, you think I was trying to lose that to another man? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I was trying to take her off the market quick, fast, in a hurry. But if she was not dating, if she were not open, if she was not on Facebook, if she was not being open to be found, our circles are so different, I would have never found her. All right, because I'm in church and she listening to Drake, y'all. So we can never find.
Vita's like, amen.
Right,
Bobby,
that's real. Our circles were different.
Like, amen. All right, so there is this myth that you have to be perfect, and the signature line that women like to use is, I need to get myself together first. You don't want to be the woman that is saying, you're 1, you're 2, you're 3, I have to get myself together. Sis, it does not take that long to get yourself together. You will miss out on Mr. Right trying to get yourself together.
Yeah, you want to start doing those things now so you're dating with the best version and evolving version of yourself that's better. And then step number 3, listen, don't despair. Your future husband needs sunshine. The number one thing we're looking for is a woman who is confident. I talked about that in the email. We're looking for a woman who's confident in who she is. You can have 100 women in the room and 2 potential wives. Out of that 100, it could be 2 potential wives. When they walk in the room, you can tell this woman, regardless of shape and size, this woman walks as if she's a wife. This woman has it. And that comes from inside. All right. So you have to be sunshine. When you do that and you change it, and a lot of that comes when you really feel great about yourself and you're optimistic about your chances. And you're like, you know what, no matter where I go, I'm going to meet people because I'm going to operate in faith and works and take action. Then you're going to find that a higher quality man is going to come up to you and men are going to be drawn to your energy. Do y'all believe in energy? Do you believe in positive energy?
Absolutely.
So people are drawn to that. And so you want to make sure that you don't despair.
So here's what happens when you despair. You question your self-worth. You fear that you will be alone and panic in your dating decisions. That means you end up settling. You question your decision-making and make mistakes due to feeling like you need to just go on ahead and settle down and stress. And you date beneath your true worth, which blocks you from meeting Mr. Right. And even worse, you become negative and you just settle for the guy that you typically wouldn't give a chance, but you're giving him a chance.
And I get it.
In your mind, you think that something, we talked about this last week, I talked about this last week, is that you think that something is better than nothing. And that is not true.
Yeah. And I get it, because you get to this point where you feel like, you know what, maybe it's never going to happen. All right, maybe I'm bypassing. Maybe I'm too picky. Maybe I should let this go. Maybe I can change this guy, and I get it, because the options are not there. That's why we want to help you to get more options so you're not even tempted to settle. We want the temptation to settle, to go back. We want this to be like spades, where you're able to say, you know what, I have 4 and a possible. I have 4 strong books and a possible. How would y'all like to have options? Our options. The Bible says we should not operate out of the spirit of lack or fear. But God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. That's 2 Timothy 1:7. We want you to have more. You want more, type more. We want you to have more. We want you to be able to take control of this dating process, because when you have confidence and when you are sure that you are a wife and you position yourself and you take action and you put strategies into place, you're going to find at least that you have better options. A lot of women are not married, all right, simply because they're not social. They've gone through a dark spot. They double back to bad exes when there's a period of waiting. All right. They settle and they don't place themselves in a place to be found. Fact is, men are still looking to get married. Men will get married. If you call any church, they're going to tell you that they're booked for the next year, especially if you get a good wedding venue of people getting married. And you know what? You're going to see it in your Facebook feed. You're going to see it in your Instagram feed. You know, women that just pray. They say, I prayed about it in like frame 8. And then 8, oh, they're engaged. All right. We want that to be you. In between that, you can't see the action. All right. I know from seeing women on a regular basis, they are dating. We know some friends, don't say their name. They are dating on a regular basis. Their number one priority is getting married. Right. All right. So they're dating on a regular basis, and they're giving themselves a chance to actually date, and that's why they've gotten married. Right. Is that they went through what? 60 dates, 50. I'm just keeping it real. Right. Because they had the mindset, what's the point of quitting until I find my man? Right. It's like digging in a box of cereal and no prize. All right. And that was my mindset. I said I was going to date until I found the right one. Right. All right. We want you to have more. All right. So we're your guys. We want to help you to date from a position of power, abundance, and confidence. Are you ready to take control of your dating life? All right. We are committed to the process. We are. We're excited. We want to tell you how we can make that happen because, you know, the truth is
you can still meet the man of your dreams. It hasn't worked in the past. That doesn't mean anything. It's about having a clear strategy in place. So if you are truly ready, we are ready to work with you and make it happen. But it's important for you to know that you're the catch. So if you know that you're the catch, type in the chat, catch, because it starts with you believing and trusting and knowing that you are adding value. He's not the prize. See, ladies, I'm the prize, and he knew that I was the prize, and that's why he took me off the market, and he didn't want anybody else to be able to date me, so he outdated everyone else. So you have to know you're the prize first.
So first way to screen a man out, if he does not treat you like the catch, don't date him. Absolutely not. All right, because there are men that believe that they're the catch. All right, and that doesn't mean that I felt like that doesn't mean I felt like I wasn't quality, but here's why she's the catch. It says in the Bible, he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and gains favor in the Lord. It also says in Genesis 2:18, it says, it's not good for man to be alone. I will create him a helpmate. But here's the practical piece. I had been looking for a wife and I couldn't find one. I thought it was going to be easy. All right. And I thought I had her and it didn't work out. And it was a broken relationship and it broke me. And I had this dilemma. I didn't want to get hurt again, but I could not have that picture. Have y'all been there? I didn't want to get hurt again, but I could not have that picture. I just could not live with myself. I couldn't be at peace if I didn't do everything possible to find a wife. And when I found Mecca, and you hear men say, how did you know she was the one? Within the first 5 minutes of meeting her. That's that God piece. There are men out there that haven't found that. And here's the thing about men. We typically do not settle. We'll just wait and keep dating until we find the one. And if we're marriage minded, and once we find you, we're trying to take you off the market because we're not interested in dating anymore. So if you believe that you're the catch, we need to get you out there and stop dating men that don't see you as the catch. But here's another thing. One of the things we're going to help you with is helping you to feel like the catch. Because the reality is we don't always feel like the catch. We may think that we are, but then we started getting out there and we started looking, okay, I want to change this. I want to do this. What about this? And we play the self-comparison game and it hurts you. And at the end of the day, in order for your man to see you as a wife, you have to see yourself as a wife first. That way he's following your lead. So ladies.
Yes, if you're ready to secure the ring, let us know what ring. Go on ahead and pick out your ring. Are you more
Which
number
one?
1?
Which one?
Number 2. Is that your style? Number 3, number 4, number 5. What is your style? Let us know. I see a lot of 5s coming through.
Oh man, I like 5s too, but I need to see price tag. I need to see price tag. Lord Jesus, some price tags.
A lot of 4s coming through.
All these have some price tags.
5 looks like it's one of the most popular ones. 5. Yeah.
Hey, you know what's real? You know what's real? Mecca's friends told me what kind of ring she wanted. All right, and if I can be honest, it was a little more than I thought. But you know what? I actually worked and actually delayed the engagement because I wanted to be able to afford that specific ring for her. And I'm not special. There are men that want to make your dreams come true. There are men that will do, one or two things. They'll be able to work hard to try to make that because they really want you to say, look what my man did. Or they'll get you what they can afford. And then they'll be able to say, as things go better, and remember, you're making us better as a woman. When things get better, I'm going to increase the quality ring. My dad has done that for my mom twice.
Yeah.
They started from humble beginnings, and then because of my mom, my dad was able to make major moves because he had support. And just know, so men are willing to, and men are already saving. If we're talking about older, they want to be able, because a lot of men that I know, if you're talking about late 30s, 40s, and sometimes late 20s, men are ready. They want to move into marriage right now. They're tired of dating. So
all right, so we are looking forward to, we're excited about coaching you. So if you are ready to get started with the course, and there are 6 modules within the course, you can join today. There's a fast action bonus. The fast action bonus, many of you ladies have asked me about coaching. We are going to coach you over the course of 5 weeks, and it's starting next Tuesday on April 14th. So if you sign up within the next 24 hours, the one thing that I'm going to add to that is I will personally go through your dating profile, make sure that your picture's on point, because what you might be putting out there and you think is great is not the picture that you want to use. And so that's something I'm going to add as added value for those of you who actually sign up within 24 hours for the Ring Formula course. The website is there, ringformula.com. And again, it's 5 weeks of group coaching with us together as your dating coach, going through the modules with you. The modules are absolutely amazing. We'll go through that in a second as far as everything that's included. And it does go through, one of the questions that I saw come up just now, I believe it might have been from Victoria, no, it was from Miss Taylor, is where do I go to meet great men? We have a list that we're providing you with locations of where you need to go. And every single woman that has looked at that list has said to me, I would have never thought of this place.
All right, so here's the thing. We've already developed a course that you'll get instant access to the minute you sign up at ringformula.com. You actually be able to preview it and then be able to purchase it. And so we're going to go through those courses. We're going to tell you what's in each section. It's over, like, it's at least 5 hours of content asking every question that you possibly could ask about how to attract Mr. Right. Let's show them. But you're also, in addition to that, going to get 5 weeks after you go through the course, as you're going through it, of coaching with both of us. So we're asking and answering your specific questions and walking you through this, because we don't even want to do this without you. We want to be able to do, so you're getting what is it, 6? Let's show them the 6. Let's show them the 6 lessons. Let's show them. All right. So the Ring Form is all about helping you date like a wife and secure the ring, helping you avoid the most common dating mistakes while preparing to be the best catch. Helping, this is the piece that's really critical, helping you build self-confidence with proven strategies and techniques to silence the inner critic and help heal from past relationships so you put the best you forward. I mean, this has some substance, y'all, and without you having to wing it anymore, because we're your guys. We're going to be able to say, no, that's not it, do this, do that, and we do it on a regular basis, and we're excited about it. All right, so you don't need to go out every week to meet quality men, but you do need to know where to meet Mr. Right. All right. You don't need to look like a superstar to attract Mr. Right. Your neighbors don't look like superstars. Everyone looks like Beyonce. Everyone looks like Jay-Z, but they still wife quality. When the husband saw her, he said, "There is my wife." But I want to go in. Let's show them what's inside really quickly so they know. All right. And if you've already gone through this thing and you're ready to go with us, say, "Hey, I got it. I didn't pick this thing up." I'm gonna check out the ringformula.com. And I'm in. If you're in, let us know that you're in. But let's show you what's inside. All right, so here's the course. Step-by-step video lessons, tutorials, templates, and guides. All right, real time to help you with dating. All right, so tell them about module number 1.
All right, so module 1, you'll learn about how we got started and why you need the Ring Formula. Module 2 is preparing yourself to be the catch. This is dating with the best version of you. So if you're ready to learn about that, type yes in the chat. And then module 3 is how to position yourself. This is all about baiting him. It's baiting the man of your dreams intentionally. Ladies, this is what I was talking about before, is that you have to have a strategy in place. And so we're going to go through the steps of what that strategy looks like so you can actually know those steps and you can put them in place today.
Because we are kind of simple. We're kind of simple. We're looking for you. We just don't know where to go. I know that sounds crazy. Like women, y'all will go out to dinner. Where do men go? Where do men really go? Watching ESPN and watch that now. That's why you see so many people on these dating apps. I hope y'all are taking advantage of that. And so number 4, we're going to talk about the art of getting dates and making them count. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're looking for. And it's not about pleasing us. It's about what we're looking for in you. We follow you. That's the mind play. That's why I'm so excited for y'all to be able to see this, is that this is not what you see in the media of being able to catch a man. Men want to chase, and that means they chase a woman who's confident. So we're going to talk about the art of getting dates and making them count. We're going to actually, and then module 5 is dating for keeps, how to be the one and gaining commitment. We're going to actually show you and give you actual language for how to get a man to commit. There's certain things you should do, certain things you shouldn't do. And this comes from just talking to men while they got married and how they committed to their wife.
And so you have this about being the catch, baiting him, hooking him, keeping him. And we have to talk about the candy shop. So there's a bonus session that we've added. Module number 6 is how to deal with the candy shop. And so we are covering every area, because I also saw someone who asked about the red flags. We're going to be covering all of that. We're going to cover the guys, the key guys, and we have a list of them. The guys that you want to avoid and why you want to avoid them.
But let's keep it real, because you know that that bonus session about dealing with the candy shop was hot, y'all, because while we do believe in waiting, we also understand that some people do not, and they still get married. Is that true? Is that fair to say? So there's a way in which you have to deal with this to do it right. And we talked about, and we're talking about the latest research when it comes to sexual intimacy, how to keep a man's attention without actually having sex, or when y'all get to that point, how to pace it out so it just doesn't stop there. All right, we're not here to judge y'all. However y'all do it, y'all do it. All right. So we want to make sure that you're actually handling the candy shop the right way instead of it getting you played.
Right.
All right. So then we're gonna have a community. You're gonna have access to experts, events, and live Q&A because you're in this. We're gonna be sending you videos. We're gonna be sending you interviews with different people. You're gonna have the mindset of men other than myself, wives, what they did. So this is not just about the 2 of us. You have access to a community of experts and different people.
Yes, so you can send private questions to drtart.com. That is correct.
Right, right. Or you can just drop them, or you can send it directly here, and it says, to the host.
Yes,
all right?
Make sure you put to the host.
And then number 3, the coaching. We're going to have group coaching calls with exclusive trainings. This is where you submit your questions in advance. And remember, in addition to those 6 sessions, each week we're teaching on something new based upon your input. So, all right, I'm dealing with this situation. What do I do? All right, you know what? I'm good. And then I go on a date, and then right before I start having self-confidence issues, we're going to teach you, all right, how do you boost your self-confidence? How do you deal with high-pressure situations? What do you do when you feel like, man, I am not attracting the men?
You're not attracting
the right men.
type of guy.
Because you're attracting men. If you're out, you're attracting men.
Right.
All right? We need to get you out. We need to get you, let me revise that. If you're out and you're confident, you're attracting men. Some of you are attracting married men. I'm just going to keep it real. All right? Because they see, here's this woman, and she looks confident, or she lacks confidence. And they're praying on it. So we're going to give you the coaching so that you can have everything that you need. Because we both talked about it. We don't want you just to go through the course, but we're going to give you the option to do that if you so choose. We want to coach you. We want to be in this with you together.
So who is the program created for? If you are here, it's not by accident. It's not by accident. You were supposed to be here. And so we are looking forward to being your coach, your dating coach, following along with you, guiding you over the course of the next 5 weeks. This is for women that are ready to take their dating game to the next level.
All right, so visit ringformula.com and then sign up. We're giving you two options. All right, one option is to get the 5 weeks of coaching, 5 weeks of coaching, which is $197. That's it, just $197. So you're getting the whole course, all 6 of those modules for you to be able to watch and go through. It's over 5 hours of content with self-assessment, list of places to meet me, and then we're going to revise those real time based upon where you are and give you a strategy to put yourself in the minority. And if you look at it and you don't like it, and you don't like it for 30 days, you feel like this is not value, they did not give us what I promised, you just ask us for a refund and we'll give it back to you, no questions. But you have to act fast. Only $197 today. Why? Because we're starting the coaching next week.
Yes, next Tuesday. We already have many ladies that have signed
They're
up
already
from
in.
last week.
Already in the course, dropping comments, telling us what to focus, and they're getting a head start on you. And we want to be able to coach you for just $197. All right, so you're getting the Ring Formula Masterclass, the 6 hours of content, all right, that we've researched for over a year. That's over $1,000 value. You're getting the Ring Formula list of where to meet great men.
Where to go.
That's priceless. And then you're getting the Ring Formula self-assessment, which is probably of the beta testers that we had. We had our friends test this, and you know, people at church, they said that was the greatest value because it helped them look inside and say, oh my goodness, there's some areas I want to focus on that I need to focus on that will actually make me more confident and on the dating scene. And then you're going to get 5 live sessions with us. That's $175 a pop in my office. Total value of $1,974. You're getting that for only $197 because we want to make sure that this is affordable, especially during times like this. All right, so just stop imagining.
Stop imagining and start creating the life you've always wanted. There are women that are going to hear this, they're going to say, wow, this sounds nice, but there are women that are going to act because they're ready. And so if that's you and you're ready, make sure you go ahead and sign up because we're taking off on Tuesday.
And we're getting ready to answer these questions. So there it is. This is how we can work together. Join the Ring Formula course. You're going to enjoy it. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback. We had people test it. We changed it up. That's why it took you a year to make sure that you got value out of it. You got value. You're going to get value. So what makes it different? You're going to have a community of supporting you, a virtual course, proven strategy and tactics, VIP live coaching with both of us. With both of us. So you're getting the male perspective, you're getting female perspective, husband and wife, about what needs to happen. But really, we're here to support and encourage you because it's hard to do this alone. It is hard. We both had encouragers saying, keep going, and giving you real-time advice, guidance, and accountability.
And that's what a lot of women are excited about too, is that if you're dating already in the process, we can give you real-time advice on what's actually happening, what's going on.
That's what it's all about, because we're going to hold you accountable. Did you update? Did you take that photo? Did you update your photo? All right. Have you let that guy go? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you being social? Are you using this time to come? We're going to give you all the strategies real time to get more guys in your DM, more quality guys asking you out on dates. All right. So we've already had some testimonials.
So I'll read one of them quickly. I love it. The stories are great and the content is awesome. I love the female and male perspective. The VIP coaching is great and holds me accountable. And that's from Cindy. All right. It's inspiring, engaging, and informative. Like, seriously, some of the things I aligned with or believed already, but there was always a new perspective. I didn't think of what you and your husband brought to light before. It's so refreshing to hear it from a married couple as well.
All right, so I really enjoyed it. There are tons of valuable gems within the course. Thank you for creating this. I'm praying to be engaged and married soon. And from what I learned in the course, that's our goal, is to get you all dating to where you have hope, to where you're dating quality men and moving forward. Because once you start dating quality men, this is what people are surprised about. They were like, hold up, first of all, I didn't know I could position myself to be the minority. And now that I'm in the minority and I feel good about myself, I'm getting dates. And once you start having dates, everything changes. All right, so your options are, you don't have to invest in this. You can do this on your own. There's no pressure. You can keep getting all dolled up and wasting the outfit. You can be a bridesmaid for life. I hope that's not. That's cool. Life, no. Oh no, we don't want that. You know, praying and hoping that you just show up at your door. I mean, that could happen, but unlikely. And watch another 6 months go by with no progress. That's the main thing. We want you to be able to see progress and feel support and being able to get more dates, because that's the one thing that we see when women have a series of quality dates. It kind of invigorates them. It's like, oh, how many more out there?
It's refreshing.
There's nothing worse than hopelessness and going out with people that you know are beneath you and feeling like that's all there is. And that's the main reason I wanted to partner with Mecca on this. I was like, that is so not true. The single men that I know are complaining that they can't meet the one. Can they meet eye candy? Yes. Can they meet women to be with at night? Yes. But meet the one is incredibly difficult.
So ask yourself, ladies, where do you want to be 60 days from now? And if you want your life to look like this, if you want to be in a relationship, if that's you, type yes in the chat. Because you have to really ask yourself that, where do you want to be in 60 days? Realistically, are you ready to act on it? Not everybody's ready to act, because I have some girlfriends, I'm gonna call them out.
That's true.
That they keep saying they want to be married. I'm not gonna say their names,
of
course, but they say that they want to be married. They say they want to be in a relationship, but they don't act on anything. So you have to ask yourself, are you really ready to make the investment?
We both said this. We both said this is where I want to be. How can I get to where I want to be unless I take action? Yes.
Tavia said she just signed up.
Well, thank you, Top. So we, I went on some bad dates. I did. I went on some bad dates. I got played. There were some women that they liked me more than I liked them, and there's some women that I liked them more than they liked me. But I kept going because this is where I wanted to be. You saw where we were, 2009, and then I was at her company Christmas party. That Christmas exclusive, I had knocked all those little busters out the box because I just went ahead and took all those dates off the table because I was tired of dating.
You didn't want me to have my starting line.
I didn't. I was tired. I did not want that. I did not want to be on the bench. I want 3 square meals during the quarantine, y'all. I came up. So here's where you want to be. Sign up, join ringformula.com. Remember, you're going to get the coaching sessions. We're going to start April 14th, 9:30 next Tuesday. Yep. All right. And then if you join later, you just keep going and you'll get your 5. All right. And we'll pace them out. We're going to do this pretty much throughout the year.
Yes.
But here's an option. Some of you feel like I don't need any coaching. I'm good. That's all right. We both have done that. That's kind of my thing. That's not true. I spend a lot of money on coaching. Yeah. Yeah, I have a health coach. I have a business coach. Right. All right. I have a ministry coach. Right. Or helps me to preach. All right. $97 if you don't want the VIP coach. We're gonna make this, a no-brainer. All right. So we'd love to work with you again. Join now. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Go to ringformula.com. Check it out. Remember, it has a 30-day guarantee. We are excited about getting started. Let's get to these questions because people submitted these early. Yes. We promised them that we go through these questions, give them 15 minutes of Q&A for staying in the end. So let's dive in.
All right. So here's one.
Are y'all ready for Q&A? Y'all ready to get it? And we see the questions that you already submitted. We see them. So let's do this because people's time is valuable.
So since I've been on and off in a relationship for 3 years, I have blocked this person and tried to move on. Yet whenever I pray for a sign, he pops back up. I've been very clear on what I expect, and I've even stopped being sexual with him. My question is, how do you know when it's time to let go?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, one, you let go of him for a reason. Here's what I hear. You need options. See, we go back to what the best option is. This is what makes us want to settle when that's the best thing that we have. When we're looking at our hand and all we have is a possible. You need some books in your hand. So that is why we want you to be able to. So it's time to let go when that person's not pursuing you. You don't have to question real love. You just know it. And if you haven't experienced it, you just haven't experienced it. All right, because this is your purpose partner for life. Right. So add options. This is the practical advice. I'm doing this in 15 seconds or less. All right, because you want to see, right? I would say open up your dating profile. Tell people that you're looking to date because you've already let this guy go, but he's still kind of in the background. And date 3 other guys and compare him to the 3 other guys. Once you see that those other guys are actually wanting your time, wanting your attention, wanting to impress you, then you're going to be able to see it's time to move on because you have better options.
All right. So the next question is, and I will say this quickly also to give my perspective of that, the guy that he will always pop up. He's going to pop up when you meet Mr. Right just to check in.
Because your confidence is high. You stop checking for him.
Yep. He's going to pop up when you get engaged just to see how you're doing. And he'll pop up probably right before the marriage. So let him go. So the next question is, let's see. How do you stay encouraged during the time if you're not meeting someone? This particular person says they've been celibate for a number of years and really want to get married. Even though I shouldn't be looking at others and doing comparisons, how do I stay encouraged that it's actually going to happen for me?
You need to be dating. All right. So one of the things that we want to do is make sure you're going on a series of dates. That's what it is. All right, because it's one thing to pray, and it's another thing to be long suffering. It's another thing to have hope and optimism. But if you're not dating, if you don't feel the power to be able to get dates on a semi-regular basis, I don't mean like every day, but you should be able to get dates within months. You should be able to say, I'm able to get dates. That's what's going to encourage you, because now you have possibles. And listen, can I give you something real quickly?
Yep.
I don't want you to stop, ladies. When you date one great guy or even one good guy, I want you to keep the profile up until he asks you to be exclusive.
Right.
It actually, think about it. Here's why. Because when the first thing I said, all right, Mecca's this great woman. How come she's not dating other guys? What's wrong with her? So you actually dating multiple guys actually is a positive, because same way you expect a man. If he's single and not dating, the first question you're going to ask is what? What's wrong with her? All right. So if you're dating on a regular basis, that's what helps you be encouraged. That way, it's not just intellectual. It's not just a hope. You're actually getting people asking you out on dates. Now, sometimes it's going to be some frogs, but sometimes it's going to be some Derek Lukes, some Idris Elbas. It's going to be the man that you want.
So the next question is, how soon does a man know after he dates a woman that he wants to marry her?
First date, first month, most. You have marriage material written on you first time he sees you, within the first date, sometimes the first month max. Men know that you're not marriage material almost instantly. All right. So a man that sees you and deems you as marriage material, that's why it's so great to know that you're marriage material, because that man's going to date you all the way to the altar, because he's dated possibly for years and not been to find anyone that he finds to be wife material.
If you ask any married man, most married men say that they knew right away.
How many of y'all have talked to married men and you ask them, well, how did you know she was the one?
They knew.
I just knew. Yeah. You know why? Because the wife knew. When she walked in, they said, bam, I don't have to have sex with you on the first day. Right. I hope that worked with those other girls, but not with me. I even know women that did do that. All right. But after that, it says, you got lucky. I was feeling it. J. Cole, Genuine, whatever it is, Tank was singing to me, and I had some knees, but after that, you got lucky. Right. Now you have to court me. I've seen women manage it so many different ways. So that's the power of confidence. How soon does a man know after? Oh, we said that.
Yeah.
How does a man
on Match?
How does a man on Match get to courting?
So with the online dating, it is a little bit different, but it is the same as dating. So how would you know if he's courting you? Consistency. So is he reaching out to you? Is he showing that he's interested in you? If you guys have exchanged numbers already, is he calling you before 10 o'clock p.m.? Is he calling you during the day to check on you? That is how he courts you, because he may not be able to see you. He's courting you online. All
right, you know how to get him to court you? Be disinterested. Pretend to be disinterested. She's smiling because that's what she did. I was like, hold on. How come she's not texting me? How come she's not blowing me up? How come she's not calling me? She made me call her. So she made me think, well, maybe I haven't done. She had me in my insecure. Maybe I haven't done enough to be impressed. So here's what you do. All right, when he's hitting you up, and you always say this, if he keeps trying to text and not call and not FaceTime and not Zoom, just don't respond. Just don't respond, or dry respond. All right, because that's telling him that's not enough. All right. What's going to happen is that you're going to actually find, hey, you know what? I love to talk on the phone. Hit me up by phone. Hey, you know what? Right now, I can't really, here's the line. I can't really text. I'm driving. Can you call me? I can't really text. I'm doing something. You can call. If he doesn't call you, he's not interested. But once you start calling, that's how you have that connection.
All right. So Christine just enrolled. Victoria just enrolled. Ladies, I look forward to seeing you next week. So let's see. I recently met a great guy.
Okay.
I recently met a great guy. He's marriage minded, puts God first, actively pursues me, but I feel like I'm not good enough.
Oh my goodness. I hope you signed up for the course.
So how do I fix this mindset?
All right, and I'm going right now. There is an inner critic in you, a self-critic that is more hater than a fan. I see this all the time in therapy. And here's why this is going to unravel your relationship. You want him to be confident enough to put that number 5 ring on your finger. I can tell you put number 5. You put number 4, number 5. You want him to be confident enough to put that ring on his finger. But if you're not confident in yourself as a wife, you're going to cause him to be insecure. He's going to be insecure in his decision. He's going to be like, I'm not sure. You're going to cause him to look at other women because you don't command. So we're going to help you to build your self-confidence. I'm actually going to give you psychological strategies of overcoming the self-critic, because it's easier said than done. And we're going to replace the critic with the fan, and you're actually going to move differently, because a wife that has confidence, a man's going to follow her every day.
So the next question is, how long do you wait before you become intimate?
Oh, go ahead and tell them.
So I do believe in the 90-day rule. I do
believe what? I'm shocked.
In the 90-day rule of waiting. But the thing is I know some women that are married and hey, it happened, you know, within the first couple of weeks. But what I will say is that
it's the first time I hear about this 90 days.
Listen.
Why I have to wait?
Listen, what I will say about that, seriously, while he's joking over here, the reason why I say that is that there are a lot of women that are just giving up sex, right? They're just giving up sex because they're like, well, I can outdo someone else. No, there's really no difference. A man knows within the first date if you are going to be his wife. So do not give a man something that he doesn't deserve.
And it's not based on sex. When we do surveys of men, you ask them, what were the top 5 to 10 qualities of attract you to a wife? Sex is not one of them.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Let me keep it real. We kind of expect that to be great. So that's like a given. Like, okay, yeah, we know we're gonna have great sex. Okay. I can just tell by the way she moves. That's why your confidence. So here's what I give you a hard line answer. All right. We would like for you to wait until you are married or at least engaged, but at a minimum, wait until you're in a committed relationship. Yes. Wait until you are sure that he's in love with you, not your body. There are a lot of men that feel like they like you, but once they're with you, we're kind of strange. And we're like, you know what? I thought I liked it, but really what I did is I liked her body. So tease him a little bit, let him know what he could get, you know, have confidence. You can, you know, go first, second base, whatever. But for the most part, he's looking, remember, he has to present you to mom. And so he's okay with waiting. And so it's okay with you making him dance to the beat of your drum. Men like that. That's the thing. Because, and I see a lot of professional athletes, I see a lot of celebrities, and they all explain, she was the one that wouldn't let me do with the others.
Right.
She was the one that wasn't jocking me. All these other women were calling me, and I was ignoring them, waiting on her to call. And I looked, no message, but I hadn't done anything to get a message. Right. So make sure that he's in love with you first. I'm going to take 2 more. Yes. All right.
So the question is, how do we date with COVID-19? Talked about this last week. Quickly, I'll answer that. Is nothing has changed in the sense of how you can connect with them online. So and I already saw someone earlier on saying that, Mecca, I've signed up, I'm doing the online dating. You need to make sure that if you have not registered with different online websites to date, that you have those dating apps and that you're dating and connecting online, that you're making sure that your friends know that you're on the market and that you're looking, because they may have a great guy that they want to connect you to, and you can Skype, you can FaceTime, you can start having those phone calls. Do not let COVID-19 stop you from dating. That's crazy.
Matter of fact, COVID-19 has more men online. You know how y'all was saying I broke down and did the apps? Men are breaking down and doing the apps. Well, actually, we're not even breaking down. I'm going to be honest. All right. If I was ever to be single again, I'd be on those dating apps quick, fast, and in a hurry. Why? Because I want to make it happen. I want to be able to have the control in my hand to be able to go on dates. So ladies, it's not really about you. We're the one that's on the dating apps. We're the one that's on Plenty of Fish. We're the ones that's on Match. We're the one that's on eHarmony.
Well, the men that used to be super, super, super busy at work, now they're at home.
But you know where they are? They're also on Instagram and Facebook. Let's keep it real. All right. So you can do it either way. So they're at least on Facebook, at least on Instagram, at least on LinkedIn.
I'm going to give one quick tip before we get into this last question. And that is a way that you can just flirt with a guy on Instagram, on Facebook, without being too forward, is just comment on a post. Just say something a little flirty, not overt, but comment on a post. He's working out. Oh, I see you doing lightweight over there. Just a small little nudge. And now he's like, well, who commented on this?
Well, hold on. You know what? You know what she did? She threw a subtle jab. All right. She said lightweight. All right. So what happens in men is like, this woman has so much confidence. She's actually clowning me on Instagram. That shows a lot of confidence. So you don't want to come off as pressed, because remember, he's chasing you. What you're just trying to do is appear in that feed. Don't be honest with visual. You're like, oh, who is this picture? Let me see who this is. So remember, you have your profiles on point. That's why we want to look at them. We want you to have your girlfriends look at them, because men, that's how you get them. That's how you kind of position yourself. That's a positioning strategy online. Is finding the guy that you like and commenting on his posts, saying different things. He will find you, especially if that profile picture looks good and the profile, and if he's single, he's looking for you. All right, that's how we met. We met on Facebook.
Right.
She sent me a message and I said, oh, who is this? All right, last one.
So this is a good one. What do you do if you meet an incredible man?
Keep going.
Okay. What do you do if you meet an incredible man who has been hurt in a previous relationship and isn't yet healed from it and therefore doesn't pursue as he might have?
I'm so happy about this question. I see this on a regular basis. You challenge him. You challenge him because his greatest fear is losing you. And sometimes men will stay stuck in their pain and want you to stay in their pain permanently. All right, while they heal. And it could be year 2, year 3. Meanwhile, your biological clock is ticking. Meanwhile, your friends are getting married. Meanwhile, you're starting to wonder, is he ever going to marry me? Have I wasted 2 to 3 times trying to heal someone? So what you want to do is you want to challenge him and say, hey, you know what? I'm here for you. But the kind of husband that I need is someone that's able to seek help, to be able to heal and be able to bounce back through a storm. So maybe I love you, I care for you, but I need to know when you're going to bounce back. Challenge him. Challenge him. All right? Because this is what happened with Steve Harvey in like 15 seconds. I know y'all, then we get out of here as promised. Yes. All right? Marjorie Harvey said, Steve, you told me you didn't want to get married. You've been married 3 times. Right. You said you just want to kind of cohabitate. I tried it. I decided it wasn't me. Right. I'm a wife. I can't do it, Steve. You never lied to me. I'm sorry. I have to go. This is Marjorie's story. So she was walking to the door, and immediately the power transferred to Marjorie. Because Steve at this time this is what you want to give him, the difficult decision. He had to face a decision. Do I allow my fear and my pain to stop me from dating the woman and marrying the woman of my dreams for fear? Because here's what he knew, and he said it. Marjorie Harvey wouldn't get halfway down the street before another man was like, look, I don't know what's wrong with scared Steve, but I've been hurt before. Hey, let's talk. Let's talk. So give him that chance, not an ultimatum now. Not an ultimatum, but just say, you know what, this is not my life dream. And men want to make your life dreams come true. So you can ask him, how long do you think that you need to heal before we can really be serious? And if he's not serious, if he still's delayed, just open up the dating pool, keep him around. All right, and last question is about the course. It says 2 questions about the course. 1, is there a cap on the class size? All right, we're keeping these class sizes small. We're keeping them small. We're not going to we'll actually introduce 2 to 3 different sections if we find you can't get the time that you need. All right, so we're capping it off. I don't know what, 15? Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll look at it, but here's how responsive we are. If you drop us a link and you want a different section, we'll open that up. But this will not be like a mass webinar. You're going to get specific coaching. That's what you're paying for, so that we can spend time with you one-on-one. The second one is in 60 days. Well, we may still be inside of COVID, but we still have access to this device. Absolutely. Yes, you have lifetime access to the course. All right. And however you want to space out your 5 sessions, we'll be flexible with you. We want to do them in a row, so that you can, get maximum value. But if you want to space it out for whatever reason, or you want to wait until you dating someone, hey, we'll work with you. We want to work with you, not against you. All right. Right. So Tamisha just said that she enrolled. All right, Tamisha, we'll see you next week. So I'm excited. We are excited. We have, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna brag. I'm going to brag bank because we're giving it all glory and honor to God. And we're gonna pray and tell you all to tell your friends about this. Is that even in the courses, you're going to be learning new things. You're going to learn the latest when it comes to building self-confidence. Mecca's really going to go in about your specific strategy about how to bait. And we might even do some role plays. Do some role plays so that you know how to control the conversation, control the energy, because that's why you see men. It says happy wife, happy life. Mecca gives me a honey-do list. I don't give her one. All right, because we know who's in control. And the minute that you know that and you take control, you're going to find that men pursue you. That's why there's a woman that comes in the room and she gets all the action. And she doesn't look better than you. Right. All right. She doesn't have a better package than you. You know what she has? She has more confidence in you. All right. In 30 seconds, you know who has the most confidence? Because I see a lot of athletes. Groupies. All right. They know how to get the bag. They know how to get an athlete to pay them $10,000. Why? Because they know I have something that you want or you need, and you need to pay me that because you can't get it anywhere else. Now, I'm not telling you to do that. No, but the reason why they don't last is because the quality is not right. Because it's a transaction. But what I'm saying, they have the confidence to be able to pull X amount of dollars out of a guy. That's a lot of money. And so if you have confidence, if someone that's a groupie can do it, you absolutely can do it for a man that's marriage minded. The more confident you are, the more confident he is in you, because Mecca knew she was marriage material. There were other women that thought that I was the prize. Right. They weren't the one. The main reason I chose Mecca, y'all, to be honest, is I did have a couple of good options. I did. She was the most confident. She seemed like the one that had the least amount of tolerance for me making her wait. All right. And I like that. I like that confidence, because I said, you know what? She's sure. And because she's sure that she's a wife, she's going to be a great mother. She's going to be someone I want to introduce to my parents.
Helena just said she signed up.
All right. And my aunt. So is my family full of alpha females?
Yes.
All right. We're full of alpha females. So I said, she fits. She fits my mom. She fits my grandma. She fits my aunt. She's going to fit right in. And that is you, ladies. And I know you probably never heard that. We're not just looking for the exterior. We're looking for the whole package. And if you have the whole package, the Ring Formula is for you. So we're excited. Yeah. We're going to see you soon. All right. We're going to send up the replay of the certain things that you want to see again. If you need to talk to someone, you get some friends to invest in this with you, whatever the case may be, we're excited about it. So let's pray them out. All right, I'm married a prayer warrior, so you want to go ahead and pray them out. Love her.
Yes. Dear Lord, I thank you for this opportunity to connect with women around the world, dear Lord. Women that are driven, who are focused on finding Mr. Right, or really allowing Mr. Right to find them. I ask, dear Lord, that you continue to guide them, to continue to direct their path, continue to show them exactly who they should be dating, who should be coming into their lives. And I also ask, dear Lord, that you cut any ties that they may have with any man that is holding the space that belongs to someone else, because we know that you cannot allow for Mr. Right to come into their life if there's someone that's currently holding the space that should not be there. So I ask, dear Lord, that you give them the confidence to be able to release that man that might be holding that space, dear Lord. I ask, dear Lord, that you give them the confidence also to not allow for anyone to come into that space during this COVID-19 that should not be there and that does not belong there, because he is not the man that you've ordained for them, dear Lord. Ask, dear Lord, that you bless them with all that they've been asking for, dear Lord. You've had many of them praying to you, saying, Lord, please send me the man of my dreams, dear Lord, the man that is supposed to be there to add to my happiness, dear Lord. But I ask, dear Lord, that you show them how to pray very specific and purposeful prayers, because they're not just praying for a husband, they're not just praying for a man, they are praying very specific prayers for the type of man that you want to bring into their lives, dear Lord. So I ask, dear Lord, that you guide him, that you direct them, dear Lord. I also ask, dear Lord, that you give them exactly what they need to do from a preparation standpoint, dear Lord, whether it has to do with their health, dear Lord, whether it has to do with being pro-social and having more girlfriends, whether it has to do with their spiritual life. Ask, dear Lord, that you show them exactly what those tools are and how to get them, dear Lord. Ask, dear Lord, that you just continue to keep them healthy, that you continue to guide them, that you continue to give them the love that they need, dear Lord, so they don't have to seek that love from anywhere else, dear Lord, because we know that they have to be complete within themselves before they add someone else to their life, dear Lord. Ask, dear Lord, for allowing for us to be vessels, dear Lord, for us to be able to share this word with them, dear Lord. And I ask, dear Lord, that you continue to direct our paths and to be able to reach those women that would like to be supported in this way and to be able to provide this coaching. I ask for all of these things, dear Lord. In Lord's we pray. Amen.
Amen. So there you have it. Y'all saw me smiling. You know, Mecca knows my favorite musical artist is Rihanna. All right. But that's the difference between a praying wife and Rihanna. And I love Rihanna. She knows I think Rihanna's better than Beehive. Okay, I won't say that. The Beehive gonna come after me. You know, I love me some Rihanna. But I'm saying that tongue in cheek because I love Rihanna. But what I'm saying is that what makes me happy is being able to be married to a praying wife, y'all. So what I'm telling you, these are the things that we're looking for. It's not about the eye candy. It's not about all this. And I do find Mecca to be incredibly attractive. But at the end of the day, Mecca has substance. You have substance. Men are looking for substance. Don't believe the hype. Men are looking for substance when it comes to a wife. Right. And there's a shortage of women, from men's perspective, of women who know that they are wife material. Right. So once you have it, you're going to all of a sudden see all of these men that you did not know find you because they've been looking for you. Women who know that their wives have a bevy of men. They have multiple men courting them because they know wives are in short supply. So I enjoy hearing you pray all the time. I'm excited about it. You know that you're the better prayer in the family. And I love saying that. That's what you want. So we'll see y'all soon.
Yes, Catherine just enrolled. See you all soon. And we look forward to seeing you all next week. Again, we're starting with the coaching sessions next Tuesday at 9:30. So definitely make sure that you sign up, and we look forward to seeing you all soon.
All right, people still coming in. We appreciate you signing up. There it is. There it is. So we're excited. Let's get ready. Get your ring fingers ready.
Yes.
Get your ring fingers ready.
Yes.
All right, there it is.